Yo guys, welcome back to another YouTube video. The hot deep dive got released today, so let's have a look at it and let's have a small breakdown on what we can see.
Welcome to the final NHL 23 deep dive. Today is all about Hockey Ultimate Team, starting with the all-new Hut Rivals.
We wanted to address player feedback, putting a little
So this is really good weekly winner reward. You win 10 games or win 5 games in a row. As you guys will see later,
bit more meaning into wins and rivals. What we've added in is a new set of wins.
here we have it. Win 30 games or win 15 games in a row. This was confirmed to be numbers were off here. I have a photo below from one of the hot guys that confirms it.
Based rewards. They can actually be earned either through wins or win streaks. And then when you do hit them...
And what's more good is that this is guaranteed rewards. This is something we have asked for a long time, and finally we have it.
They're actually granted instantaneous to you. Rivals will now have a combination of both instantaneous rewards as well as the regular weekly rewards. The higher division you move up, the better win-based rewards you will get. Coming to Rivals.
So guys, as we can see here, it's 6 divisions instead of 10, which is also really good. It will throw the players together more, and it's going to be easier to find games.
This year is something we're calling game teams. We designed 10 different ways of playing the game.
So here, the different ways to play, we have Hot Rivals 3v3, we have Hot Rivals Sim, Arcade, Burst, 3v3, Burst, Arcade, and yeah, Classic as well.
Be different things, whether it's shorter period length, arcade speed settings, simulation speed settings, international ice, 3-on-3, kind of different variants within those, all of which will keep Rivals more interesting and bring.
Bishop confirmed to be in the game. I wonder how good he will be early game, since he's a part of the NHL Alumni Association at the moment. It's gonna be interesting to see how big he is. I mean, he's gonna be big, but how good his stats are gonna be.
Some change throughout the year. You'll always know which one you're playing because you'll see it reflected on the ice surface. Team records for you and your opponent will show up before the face-off. This is just meant to give you a little bit of extra context on the challenger about to face. We're also reducing the number of divisions this year from 10 to 6 and rebalancing the rewards a little bit. Here's the first 4 weeks of Rivals.
So the first 4 weeks we have Hot Rivals Burst. This is what we got to play in the tech test, which is 2 minutes periods. It's like 20-minute periods, but it's scaled to 2 minutes instead of 4, which is the normal one. I'm not too sure what Arcade is, to be honest, but we have 3v3 and we have Classic as well.
Game themes for everyone. Should be a lot of fun and a nice change of pace for Rivals fans this year. We're moving the Hut Champs schedule forward a bit to be Wednesday to Sunday. Hut Champions will always stay.
No, this is the same thing as last year. 11 wins gives you 5 Hot Champions collectibles. 13 wins give you the same. This is not good. This should change, to be honest, because it's a huge difference between getting 11 wins and 13 wins. So I hope they change this a bit, but we just have to wait and see what they will do.
Your classic 5v5
if they will do anything.
With no variations, at least for this year. We do want to improve matchmaking for players.
Now this is also really good. Ping, we have had this for a long time, like since 21 I think. And here we have max skill rating difference.
New additional option to restrict your search based on skill level. Once cross-platform matchmaking comes in, that's just going to open up more people and everyone's going to be able to find a better match to their skill level. Every year we get a number of new icons through our great partnership with the NHL Alumni Association. We've also added in some new power-up icon items. Players like Daniel Sedin and Henrik Sedin are getting power-up icons this year, along with new variants of, say, Wayne Gretzky, right? So now instead of just
new card animations, it seems like, for power-up icons.
An LA Kings Wayne Gretzky, we're going to have an Edmonton Oilers one, as well as one of him on the New York Rangers, with different attributes and abilities that reflect how they played at different points in their careers. One new big thing coming into HUT this year is double IHF.
Let's go, women's hockey.
integration. We brought women into NHL 22 with the double IHF license. With HUT, it was a great opportunity in NHL 23 to bring a new element into team building. It's essentially a whole new league added to the game with new players that are going to create new and interesting team builds. We're also getting, with the double IHF license, it's the international teams. It's the best of the best as far as women's hockey. You're going to see a lot of really strong HUT items and strongly rated women.
First off, there's just going to be more Power Up icons. We've brought more of our NHL alumni from our great partnership into the Power Up icons, so you're going to see lots of
Let's go, more power up icons. Big W.
new exciting players in the program this year. Secondly, we're also adding new sets. Now you're going to be able to acquire icons with gold players, with trading in base icons, and we've got some sets that let you re-roll them as well as upgrade them all the way up to...
Now here, this is interesting. If you exchange Gordie Howe, Mark Messier and Richard, you get a choice for Gretzky or Lemieux. I wonder if it's gonna be cheaper to buy them off the market than to do this set, because it's a bit RNG, because if you get Gordie Howe, for example, 2 times here, you can't use him 2 times in a set. You have to use each of these players. You can't have a doublet. So I wonder if it's gonna be cheaper to actually buy them from the auction house or make them. We have to wait and see when the game drops.
potentially Gretzky or Lemieux.
One thing that's been popular the last couple of years has been team building items. This year, the program is bigger now. We're going to have a team builder for every team, as well as an 89 OBR that you can trade those into right at launch.
This year, to start out at launch, we're going to have Teppo Numminen, Olli Jokinen, Fedor Tutin, Larry Murphy, Milan Hayduk, Keith Tkachuk, Owen Olin, and Steve Duchesne. The first event coming to NHL 23 is called Hot Spotlight. We always like to make a point.
And here comes some of the MSPs from the Hot Spotlight event. We have Bowen Byram,
With the first event to have something new
Megan
concept,
Keller,
a new theme,
Gerard McCain,
something people haven't experienced before. This
Sarah
year,
Nurse,
it's really about celebrating all
Pasternak,
the big stories from the
Zach
off-season and then
Whitecloud,
some of the stories of
Trevor
the upcoming
Seagrass.
season. The first event, we're going to give you the opportunity to earn one of the
and we might have missed this here.
some of the stories of the upcoming season. The first event.
Here, you can get a free MSP if you complete some challenges here. And you have 70 days to complete them, so there's no rush to do it. This is also a big W, free MSP to start the game with. It's gonna take some time, but it's gonna be worth it.
And we're going to give you the opportunity
stuff
to
is
earn
good
one
stuff.
of the master items through completing objectives. Hopefully some of the names that people will be excited about are like Alex DeBrincat, who was traded to the Ottawa Senators in the offseason. Other stories like Chris Letang, who obviously re-upped with Pittsburgh Penguins and finished his career there now. It's like the big Johnny Gaudreau signing in Columbus. Hopefully someone on there, or someone in the larger list will be someone you're excited to add to your team. We continue to want to be really
And here are some of the new synergies or updated synergies they have.
conscious about
This one is new Dangle City.
the speed progression especially. We've rebalanced some of the synergies this year to make sure that there's good attractiveness for all of them and you're not kind of forced to go after one just because it has speed.
One big thing here, Distributor does not give you speed burst anymore.
We're also going to have half speed acceleration increase as cards upgrade. We also noticed a lot of centermen were having low face-off ratings and making them less effective at being a centerman despite that being their primary position. So this year we're actually introducing a minimum face-off rating.
Finally, massive W. Centers are actually valuable now on centers. No longer does winger have higher face-off stats than centers have.
Centerman. And then for goalies, rather than caps on taller goalies, shorter goalies will actually have boosted glove high speed and agility this year. One more thing to help with progression
Here we have some more trading sets.
this year is some new exchange sets that are going to let you trade 82s into 83s and upwards as well.
Let's look at that one more time.
Exchange sets that are going to let you
Here, exchange 4 83s overall for 184. This should be 4 84s for 185. 4 85s for 186. It seems like you can try to make 87s, which means you can make McDavid, McKinnon, Matthews, and some of the women hockey players that are 87 overall, which I don't have in my head at the moment.
trade 82s into 83s and upwards as well.
We're really excited about everything coming to Hut this year. Rivals themes, win rewards in Rivals, Women in Hut, new power-up icon builds, some progression fixes, some great stuff coming in live service. So really excited to hear everyone's feedback throughout the year, and we hope you have a great year in Hut.
So yeah, that was the Hut deep dive. If you enjoyed the video, please hit like and subscribe. I will try to upload at least once a week now when NHL 23 drops. And I hope... Alright, we'll see you guys in the next one.